Good morning. Uh, you know, Disappointed with the outcome of the Clemson game. I think that they're a very good football team, and we made way too many mistakes against a really good team like they have uh, to win the game. So we're disappointed that with our mistakes, and looking forward to playing Virginia this week, hoping we can correct that and move forward.
You mentioned that Virginia defense played you as tough as anybody. What do they do well? I know they have a very good safety, a good linebacker.
Well, we just didn't have. It was twofold last year. We had a hard time getting them off the field, and we never really got anything consistently going. I think we ran 44 plays on offense in the whole game. We hit some big plays. We hit three really big plays. We hit a pitch on an option for Marcus Marshall, a long touchdown, and passed Clinton Lynch off play action for a long touchdown, and then Quay Cersei ran a toss. But just not a lot of consistency. And defensively, we scored on defense, and we didn't give up a lot of points, but we just kind of between the 20s, they moved the ball pretty good.
I guess at this point in the season, how would you evaluate where your defense is? And I imagine it's probably a little bit better than you expected, but not quite where you want it.
Well, I don't know. It's better than it was a year ago. I think that we're both better on defense, and I think, quite honestly, the offenses in the league aren't as good as they were a year ago with all the guys they had. It's like the offense is like everything. It's a work in progress. You keep working to try to play better. But I don't know that they're better than what I thought they'd be. We had a lot of returners coming back. I mean, I think we had 7 or 8 starters back from a year ago, and returned the whole secondary. So,
can you talk a little bit about, I guess, kind of the approach with the offensive line here in the backstretch? Are you going to try to get guys more work, or are you going to stick with kind of the 5 guys, 6 guys you've had?
Well, it depends on who's healthy and who can play. If we ever get everybody there, we'll go back probably to an 8-man rotation like we've always done. But if you don't have 8 guys, I'm not going to burn a red shirt on a guy just to put him in the game to get some reps. If we have to have somebody, they'll have to play. But, if we have everybody healthy, we can go to an 8-man rotation pretty easy.
You talked about after your first conference loss, kind of keeping, a lot of the goals were still in front of you. Now with the second one, do you
still
have
in
to
front
reset
of
it all? Or?
No. Not as long as there's that many conference games left. I mean, we've got to win at Virginia. What happens if Virginia Tech goes and beats Miami and we win at Virginia? Then both of us got 2 losses. They're coming in here the next week, and Miami is 1 loss away from being tied with whoever wins that game. If we win the game, then we could all end up with 2 losses. Now, that's a lot of ifs, but it's not dead. So, we don't change our goals. We just keep playing it. It'll all be dead if we don't beat Virginia.
While we're talking about the passing game, I guess, real quick, can you talk about Ricky June, just where he's progressed the most over his time here, and how would he compare to other guys you've had?
I think Ricky's changed his body a lot since he came. He's leaned up, got stronger, probably increased his speed. I think he's worked really, really hard at it, at his craft, and he's improved a great deal from the time he came in. I mean, he's different than Demaryius Thomas. There have been a bunch of guys who played. If you're talking about guys that went to the NFL, they're all a little bit different. I'm trying to think off my head. We had Demaryius, and then Stephen Hill, and Kevin Cone, and then DeAndre, and then Darren, and then there's been a bunch of those guys. They're all different. It'd be hard to compare any of them. I mean, he's Ricky June. He's a little different. Does he have a chance at the next level? I think he'll have a chance. I think somebody will take him into camp, and he'll have a chance, yeah.
As you come kind of towards the backstretch of the season, seeing Taquan still running around back there, do you get any concern about injuries or the wear and tear that toll might take on him?
No. I mean, we've been doing this a long time. We get if you go back and look, we'll have a far less quarterbacks injured than the teams who drop back and throw it every down. It's just the nature of the kids and the nature of what we do. We'd like to have him not take as many big shots. You know, where the roughest thing I think on the quarterback is getting hit from behind sometimes. And he, you know, as you play more, they learn how to avoid the big shots. If a lot of them do.
Is there anything new with Andrew Marshall and his decision about?
Yeah, he's going to come back.
He must be excited about to have him back and have it go.
Yeah, no, excited. We talked last week, and he decided that he wanted to come back and play, and that's good news for everybody. I'm excited for him and excited for us.
You talk about accentuating your positives. What do you see that you can sell to a recruit that maybe they can't get at an Alabama or Clemson?
Well, the number one thing here that they can get that they can't get there would be the education. And the schools are different. If you want an urban city setting, this is for you, and Clemson can't do that. But if they want to be in a college town on a lake, we can't do that. So it's like there's different strokes for different folks. And what you have to do is hopefully we can broaden our scope and we can find guys who want what we have to offer, as opposed to a school that's got a zillion majors and it's just totally different. You know, I would compare Clemson to Auburn. Okay, they're both college towns, very similar, very deal. I would compare Georgia Tech to, other than inner city, we're probably closer to Purdue. Engineering, limited majors, that kind of thing. I mean, that's just the way it is. So we're not set up like they are. So you're not going to attract the same type of kids. You're just not.